Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas joins me now. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. It's good to see you.
Talk to me about this. First of all, I think you get juice from Donald Trump saying nasty things about you. I don't think it holds you back at all. But tell me about that.
Yeah, so a couple of things. Number one, I wanted to set the tone that this would not be a normal election. I mean, we can continue to do the same things over and over, but obviously I believe that we'll get the same result. And so from the moment that we started this campaign, we wanted to do that. Also, this is a seat on the federal level, and it is clear that the president himself is concerned about me. And so we wanted to go ahead and play into that because ultimately we need to make sure that we send the strongest fighter for Texans to D.C. And it is clear that even the president is concerned.
We got to know each other when you were in the Texas legislature. Now you're going to be probably running against James Tallarico. What do you make of that? What's your relationship with him, and how does this campaign look?
Yeah, so obviously we served in the Texas House together, so I know James, just like I know Colin, who was also in this race because we served on the federal level. I think that this is about who has the ability and the track record as it relates to federal record, right? We need to make sure in these unprecedented times that we have someone who can hit the ground running because they've already been doing the work on the federal level. This is about taking my advocacy to the next level. In addition to that, as people know, I was going back and forth about what I was going to do. Well, once the Supreme Court did what they did, that pretty much almost made me say, you know what, we are absolutely a go. Because as a trained attorney who only got into politics because of my experiences in the courtroom and out of frustration for what I felt like was wrong, guess who has oversight over the U.S. Supreme Court? It is the Senate. As it relates to voting rights, you talk about when we first met, we met when we broke quorum when I was in the state house. And guess what? The U.S. House ended up passing voter rights protections. Ultimately, what happened in the Senate? Nothing. And so this is about being bold in this moment and making sure that we have a candidate that can expand the electorate, not just make people believe that we can do crossover. We've got to do expansion. We are one of the lowest voter turnout states in the country. And with us only having approximately 50% of our voters turn out, I thought this is a great opportunity to get that number up.
So crossover versus expansion. This is an interesting topic because some people say that your brand of politics may not represent exactly where Texas is. Tell me how you evaluate that.
I don't think that's true, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, I'm a Texan. And so at the end of the day, I think people are trying to say it has to be one or the other. And I believe that it has to be both. I think that we're going to see frustration. We're going to see people that are regretting that they voted for Trump. And those people are absolutely welcome in our campaign. I think people have tried to say, well, you either got to go after, Republicans or you got to go after expansion. And my attitude is we need to focus on what matters most to Texans. As somebody who served on the Ag Committee, I can tell you that our farmers and our ranchers, they've already been feeling the heat before Trump got in there because the Republicans would not allow for a farm bill to be passed out of the House. So they have been feeling it. He's only exacerbated their problems, and that's why there's record numbers of bankruptcies that are being filed right now. But also as somebody who got her career started in East Texas, I can tell you, I understand what it is when a Tyson's plant is about to shut down, which we have some that are shutting down. I know what it means to the local economy. You talk about healthcare. We know that we already have more uninsured people in the state of Texas than anywhere else, with over 5 million uninsured. Now, They want to say, those of you that were paying for your health insurance, you know what? We don't care about you getting your tax subsidies. So more people are going to lose their health insurance. Listen, I don't know what national brand of politics that doesn't necessarily coincide with what Texans care about in those issues.
Whoever wins this primary in March, you're going to be up against one of two people, probably. John Cornyn, the sitting U.S. Senator, or Ken Paxton. You would prefer it to be Ken Paxton?
I am not going to say who I prefer, but I thought it was funny the shade that you just threw at Wesley Hunt, because
Yeah.
Wesley Hunt absolutely plans to be one of those. Listen, I personally believe that they're about to beat each other up so long because they're going to be in a runoff. They won't be done until May. And so I want whoever gets beat down the most as my opposition. But listen, we are just going to focus on running through the tape. We've got about 80 days left before this primary. And in that time that they are continuing to fight each other, I want to tell Texans how it is that I'm going to fight for them.